Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna do a little streaming, see what the people got to say about Tesla today, Saturday, Tesla takedown day. Let's go to the far right stronghold here.
We begin with Madison Scarpino at a Tesla service shop in Atlanta where protests are expected later today. Madison?
Hi, Alicia. That's right. There are set to be hundreds of protests nationwide today at different Tesla locations, including this one here in Atlanta. And the goal is to stop Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency. Now, these protesters are a part of the so-called Tesla takedown, and the group is calling today a global day of action against the car maker. According to the Tesla takedown website, the group wants people to, quote, sell your Teslas, dump your stock, and join the picket lines. They're protesting Musk's role in Doge. He spearheaded severing government agencies, but Musk says this is an effort to expose waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government. There have been plenty Tesla protests leading up to today. Here are protesters from Monday in California. Listen.
I definitely have wanted to flip off Tesla drivers when I see them, but, you know, I want to do a peaceful demonstration, and it's not just about Elon Musk and Tesla, it's our whole democracy.
The Tesla takedown group wants these protests to be peaceful and say it opposes any violence or destruction of property. But there are reports of violence from counter-protesters earlier this month, and this all comes after a string of attacks on Tesla dealerships, car owners, and charging stations nationwide. And the FBI launching a task force this week to crack down on the Tesla attacks. On Wednesday, one man accused of using Molotov cocktails to torch several Teslas at a dealership in Vegas this month was arrested.
I wonder if it's okay to go undercover in a Tesla to attack Teslas. That's what I was wondering. Like, is that against the anti-Tesla, anti-Musk, no support Musk thing? Or because you're going to use one to destroy many, then there's a loophole in the rule. I was just curious. Look at this. This is crazy. I like Teslas. I just drove some of those. We had one of those in Texas. Cool car. I celebrate technology and good engineering and American stuff. Come on, guys.
He's currently in federal custody, and the FBI is treating these attacks as domestic terrorism, and some Democrats are calling the task force a political weaponization. Alicia.
Madison Scarpino, thank you so much. So these
Democrats are calling the task force a political weaponization because people are blowing up cars, American cars, at American dealerships. That's not American. That's not domestic terrorism, and that's a publicity stunt, as if blowing up the cars is not.
These protests are happening as the FBI launches a task force to crack down on Tesla attacks. So let's bring in former FBI investigator Bill Daley. Bill, so good to see you. Thank you. This task force really trying to crack down. Thank you. Trying to crack down here. How successful do you think this will be?
Well, I think it'd be very successful. I mean, the tone has been set down not just by President Trump, but also through the leadership of Kash Patel, the new FBI director, as well as Attorney General Bondi. You know, that this type of behavior, the violent behavior, will not be tolerated. You know, as we know, we the people have given ourselves the right to freedom of speech, but it doesn't give you the freedom to shoot up people or shoot up Tesla dealerships or vehicles or set firebombs off or harass people. To intimidate them. So I think what they're looking at here is to make sure that as these protests go on, and if they're peaceful, that's great. If not, then they're going to know who's responsible, not just those people in the streets, but who might be behind it, who might be either promulgating that information online to support people to commit violent acts, or who may even be monetarily supporting those initiatives.
I mean, do you think there is coordination, organized coordination for these, especially these arson attacks and graffiti attacks that we're seeing at Tesla dealerships?
It's a little bit too early to tell, and they haven't come out, and actually the authorities haven't said that yet. However, if you go behind the scenes, you look at people who might be spewing and promulgating, kind of encouraging people to commit violent acts. Those are the people you want to see if there's what the connection might be. It's unfortunate is that as these protests go on, is that there's going to be a fringe element who may look to decide to take things into their own hands. However, at the other end of the spectrum is that police have been very vigilant. You mentioned before about this arrest in Nevada, where
Don't take things, folks. Don't take things into your own hands, people. Don't do that. Bad idea. That's when you end up with felonies on your record. This isn't proving anything other than how unintelligent the left is. Honestly, Democrats are destroying. How is this worse than January 6th? Or how is this not worse than January 6th? Look at the level of property damage. Look at the level of different areas that we have this domestic terrorism going on. This is pretty amazing.
Where the fusion cell and the Joint Terrorism Task Force between FBI, other federal agencies, and the local Las Vegas police apprehended this individual who had not only just set these Tesla vehicles on fire, but also shot up the dealership, spray painted the dealership. So it's these type of acts, which I think have occurred around 11 times since this whole kind of initiative started, has resulted in fire bombings and destroying Tesla charging stations, and even doxing people by releasing the names of employees and as well as vehicle owners.
Yeah, and Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, was on with Brett Baer yesterday on Special Report. Take a listen to what he had to say.
The real problem is not the people. It's not like the crazy guy that firebombs a Tesla dealership. It's the people pushing the propaganda that caused that guy to do it. Those are the real villains here. And we're going to go after them. And the president's made it clear we're going to go after them.
Right. You make it sound.
Yeah, Pam Bondi she's already announced, several federal charges against multiple suspects, some facing up to 20 years in prison. But also, can you just touch upon the average everyday Tesla owner who's out there just trying to get to work and back, go to the grocery store, and they're finding graffiti on their cars. They're getting yelled at, harassed while driving.
Yeah, it's a terrible situation because these people, as well as the employees of Tesla, the shareholders of Tesla, are doing what they can to support the business, to kind of grow an initiative of not only just self-driving but also vehicles that don't pollute, and they're trying to do all these things. And perhaps at the same time they're incurring these acts of vandalism. So I'd probably say to them is that be encouraged by the fact that this is in the sight of law enforcement, whether it's local, state, and these federal initiatives. They're working together, these law enforcement groups, to be able to look at any individuals who may be planning and plotting any violent acts, and they will be brought to justice. And, Alicia, it's not the first time. We've had initiatives in the past, so people think that, well, they're just going to help support Mr. Musk. Is that, over the years, they've been arrested by a number of people, whether it's the Earth Liberation Front activists who burnt down ski resorts in Vail and other initiatives. So these things are taken very seriously. Again, we have the right, the freedom of speech, but not the right to attack, to assault, to burn down, to shoot up dealerships.
Yeah, and as far as we can see, none of this is actually stopping Elon Musk and the work that he is doing. Bill Daley, really good to see you on this Saturday morning. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.
Why everyone hates Tesla.
This is Tesla, and in 2024, it was the most popular car brand in America. But now it seems like it's the most hated vehicle.
We begin with Madison Scarpino at a Tesla service shop in Atlanta where protests are expected later today. Madison?
We lost it.
Hi, Alicia. That's right. There are set to be hundreds of protests nationwide today at different Tesla locations, including this one here in Atlanta. And the goal is...
Let's see why everyone hates Tesla. Let's look at this. Police searching for Tesla vandalism suspects in Vail.
Here at 9 o'clock, Vail police are searching tonight for suspects after an anti-Semitic symbol and a message were written in the dirt on a Tesla Cybertruck this week. So the incident happened while the vehicle was parked in the Lion's Head parking structure on Frontage Road. Images show 3 people approaching the vehicle just after noon back on March 25th. Those with any information related to the incident, or if you might recognize any of those people on your screen, you're asked to call police immediately.
People feel empowered to do this because of the way the news media presents.
We are following breaking news now at 4:30. Ventura County Sheriff's deputies are in pursuit.
That's right, Gil Levis.
Here at 9 o'clock, Vail police are searching tonight for suspects after an anti-Semitic symbol and a message were written.
I've never heard of a high-speed chase in LA before. Never. Ever. Elon Musk protesters face off with Trump supporters in office.
This is the greatest. God, are you insane? This is awesome. Yeah. People. Which one did I do? I love those. Yeah. Just so you know what we're doing. We're saying, what do you love about this? Sidewalk is forward. The fact that they're trying to stop waste and fraud. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't like that? But psychopaths wouldn't like that. Why wouldn't you like that? I mean, what, do you just want to flush money down the toilet? I mean, it's so dumb. What's going on? That's all. I know they're kind of keeping the two sides apart, but if you had an opportunity to kind of dialogue with them, what would you tell them on the truth there? Just common sense. You guys were against fraud, waste, and abuse just a few years ago, but now suddenly you're not. It just doesn't make any sense. And then you guys were for Tesla, and now you're not. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, pick a side, stick with it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Pick a side. Just pick a side. That's it. 6 years ago, they were all over. Oh, it's so great for the environment, and now they have totally turned the table because they don't have this vitriol for Elon. They're okay with wasting tax money because they don't pay taxes. Oh, I know. It's amazing.
Yeah, MAGA! Trump! I mean, if you have a Tesla, you should not be driving by here. You're not...
If you have a Tesla, do not drive through here.
Elon Musk has got to go!
O-H-I-O!
Elon Musk has got to go!
Show them we're not scared. Show them that there's more of us than them. O-H-I-O!
You are not a man. Hey, you're not a man. You're not a man. You're not a man.
You guys are what we call
You're not a man.
You are scum of the fucking earth.
Hey!
Take the mask off.
Stolen valor. He's not a man. Stolen valor. That's triggered him. I love it. You're not a man. You are not a man.
You are not a fan.
Don't support it.
Every one of you
He knows it.
are domestic terrorists.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like what? It's like what the hell problem the people have with like saving money and eliminating government waste. Why is that a fucking controversy? Unless you are like out of your fucking mind. Or unless you work for the government and you like these cushy bullshit jobs, you like bureaucracy, you like acting like you're doing something of substance when you're getting the 6 figures. Like maybe those are the people that are raising hell and kind of like triggering the zeitgeist here. Let's see what else happened today. Here we go. This is someone else. Why everyone hates Tesla. Let's see.
hated vehicle in America and in the world. With people vandalizing, trash talking, and burning the car brand, and especially the CEO, Elon Musk.
The company that helped make Musk the wealthiest person in the world, now a target.
But why? Aren't all Teslas made to help the environment? So I came to a Tesla.
And people think that Elon Musk is the wealthiest guy in the world because he sold so many Teslas. Y'all have another thing coming. Elon Musk is wealthy because of his investment and involvement in crypto, and then helping to create the first world currency, essentially digital currency, and being one of the primary factors in it. That's why he's rich. He's not rich because he created a car company. He's rich because he figured out how to print money.
Protest to investigate why everyone hates Teslas. And I'm also going to be interviewing Tesla owners and employees to hear their side of the story. Some were pro-Tesla, some were anti-Tesla, but some were very anti-Tesla. But I can't go in my Tesla shirt. There. Just a disclaimer, I'm a neutral observer and I'm not taking any side. I'm just investigating what I find and sharing it with you. On my way to the protest, I was getting a lot of weird stares and looks.
Elon is a deadbeat dad.
But surprisingly, when I got there, people were actually willing to talk to me.
Boycott the brand. Don't buy it. Don't support this mess.
He wasn't elected, and he shouldn't have a role in the government if he wasn't elected.
I am absolutely horrified by what's happening right now. Musk is the spearhead.
We're here because we care about the people of America. We care about federal workers. We care about the LGBT community, and Musk and Trump do not.
Elon is so transphobic. His own family, his daughter, he's such a horrible father to his daughter. And as a non-binary person, I think he's absolutely revolting and not a role model in any way.
At this point, it seemed like everyone was against Tesla.
What is he non-binary? What is he not claiming male? He's claiming what? Whatever. They. He's a they. Looks like a pretty solid he to me. He, him. He, him. Hey there, buddy.
Tesla and Elon Musk until I met this lady.
Well, they're great cars. I want to say great cars, bad CEO.
Yeah.
I like the term vintage Tesla. Vintage Tesla is a Tesla purchased before Elon went crazy.
Yep.
They're very woke. I think woke's a good thing.
Oh, wow.
Most liberals drive Teslas. And I said, no, it's the other way around. Many Tesla drivers are liberals.
And she had a point. During my time there were many Tesla drivers who were actually for the protest. He's for it, and he has a Tesla. He keeps having his thumbs up. Over there, he was all for it.
I came here in a Tesla Uber.
And there were some who wanted to send a message to Tesla owners.
To Tesla owners, I think if they want to make it up to us, I don't know if they do, just vote the right way next time. Just vote racists out. Keep your car. Many of you bought it when you thought it was environmentally correct thing to do. But when you buy more cybercars and Teslas, you're empowering and enriching this aspect and a destructive aspect.
I'm full of empathy for the people that voted for Trump because I just feel very sad for them because they were lied to.
After talking to these protesters for a while, based on their opinion, this stemmed from Elon Musk involving himself in politics. But I wanted to know if they are prejudiced against the Tesla brand.
I think it's hard to separate Elon from Tesla. I mean, money's hard. So if you already bought a Tesla and you can't afford to buy a new car, I get it. Just buy a bunch of stickers and make it look ugly that say I bought this before Musk went crazy or whatever.
Elon Musk was an undocumented immigrant to our country. He paid big bucks for this presidency. That's not American. That's not how we run things. We do not wish.
You want to put stupid stickers on your car to make stupid people feel better? More chips and hot sauce to you.
To be ruled by oligarchs.
This is what democracy looks like.
Yeah, we're tired of Elon Musk. For the past 10 years, we've had to hear about him all the time. His companies are fraudulent. He's got to go. He doesn't belong in government. This is not the United States.
What? Man, the logic in this country is so flawed. I'm sometimes embarrassed to represent this country, I have to be honest. Like, guys like this, what are you talking about? Like, what's more American than creating a company and pulling stuff? I'm not saying he pulled himself up from his bootstraps, but he created an amazing company, amazing American company. He gives Americans jobs, whether the labor standards are up or whatever. Let's hold him accountable there. But that's, like I said, that's not why this man is. People are like associating him with just, the cars did it all for him. The cars aren't the reason that he's completely rich. And to sit here and think you're punishing him through what you're doing, you're just punishing the people that work for the company, the people that work at the dealerships, the people that own the dealerships, the insurance companies are going to have to raise the insurance to have Teslas on the lot now. It's just going to raise the cost of things. It's not really going to help anybody. And your self-righteous indignation. What are you proving? I mean, look at your representative here. You did nothing for 10 years. Okay, sure he did.
And safe than the Ford Pinto. Look up the records. The worst car in America is the swastika car. The guy doing a Nazi.
Many protesters have the swastika symbol on posters, but the crazy thing is this symbol is one of the most controversial in the world, with the use of it being banned in some countries due to its ties to the Holocaust and Nazi war crimes.
I hate Elon Musk. I'm on disability, so I have time, I guess. He's from apartheid South Africa, which was very much like Nazism. It's all about white supremacy. We've seen it before. That's why I associate him with the swastika.
True. South Africa, apartheid, white supremacy, white power shit, bullshit, government power shit. So yes, he does come from that area. Does he have that belief? I don't know. I would have to hear from people that were, that have experienced that from him. Because I can't just judge a person because they're from an area and call them a racist in their ideology racist. That's not legitimate.
Station that him doing the Zig Heil wasn't that is bullshit. Now you can't even wear this, but they're getting crazy.
And this is all going on just steps away from the Tesla service and delivery center, with people taking delivery while the protest was happening.
It's right there. So I kind of feel bad for all those people taking delivery there. What the hell is going on? The Tesla's coming. Oh, they're screwed. Actually, little do they know I have a Cybertruck.
He just bought it. You got one. Get the pitchforks.
Oh, she's so mad. He just bought a Tesla Model X, and he's getting all this hate now. Made out of plastic. Made out of plastic. Steel panels glued on it. Uh-oh.
But why do people hate the car so much? Because my experience with the vehicles have been mostly positive.
It's a dangerous car. I think in the past year, it was one of the Tesla models had the most fatalities out of any car on the road. This is a dangerous car, guys. Created by Elon Musk. Has self-driving come yet? If you tell the Tesla fanboys, they'll say, oh, another 6 months next year. I'm sick of it. None of this is against Tesla drivers. It's against the company, and it's against Elon Musk, in my eyes, my opinion.
And nobody's talking about his botched penis job. He's the guy who said I had a small penis. So it's intense. There is a lot of stuff going on.
With all the vandalism and violence going on, I was curious what the protesters thought, and the results were mixed.
Fucking 60s fucking baby boomer fucking lefties are like losing their fucking shit. Like they got nothing else to do. The COVID vaccines rotted their brains. And now, I don't know, Elon Musk has become their enemy. because you know, anyway, I don't know what the hell's going on in this country anymore. You used to be able to trust damn Democrats, at least a Democratic person. Or at least I used to think you could. I don't know anymore. Don't know anymore.
What do you think of all the violence and the hate going on to like Tesla owners?
Okay, well, you know what? That's just uncalled for.
Okay. So
It's
peaceful protesting is good.
Peaceful protest.
Yeah.
When the guys come by, the employees
The
that work
employees,
there,
yeah.
like, hey, sorry for the disturbance.
Uh-huh.
You guys do keep doing your
that's
job,
nice.
whatever.
So with all the violence and stuff, I have friends who have Teslas. They're afraid to drive a Tesla because they're afraid their car's going to get vandalized. What do you think of that?
Well, first of all, I don't think you should be damaging other people's property. You're adding suffering to the world.
But not everyone felt the same way, and things were about to get heated. Are you against all the violence that's going on with Tesla owners and the vandalism and stuff like that?
No, honestly, I think that it's self-defense, honestly, because I believe what they're doing is actually harming people. I believe weaponizing anti-homeless rhetoric is murder. I believe that you are murdering people with these policies. Stealing our Social Security is murder. Writing a swastika on a car that's replaceable of some Nepo baby apartheid simp is not exactly the same as, you know, stealing people's life savings.
I think it's kind of elder abuse too. I think he's abusing an old guy who's kind of out of it. You know, I think Trump is.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, it's crazy, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. Holy heck! I did not expect this at all. I thought it was gonna be a peaceful protest. Oh, I'm scared. Damn! Hurry before people see I'm in a Tesla. But I wanted to know how the protests were affecting the Tesla employees. Did you see they're protesting out over there? Do they do it every week? Yeah. You guys are turning Sentry mode on now all the time. All the vehicles? But it's been pretty safe in Irvine here, right? So that's good. That's good. You guys feel like a decrease in sales, or is it the same? Right? That's what I thought. Okay. That's what I thought, right? But what about the Tesla owners? I wanted to see if they were feeling any pressure with the protests going on. So I found a Tesla event to find out. And to my surprise, there were way more cars than just Teslas here. It was actually a cars and coffee event. I thought this was a Tesla event, so I'm in a Tesla shirt, so I'm kind of scared. I found the Tesla section. I thought they would be outcasted or something, but they're all in the back. Hey, what's up, man? How long have you had your Tesla for?
Almost 4 years.
2 years now.
4 years now.
Do you ever feel unsafe going out right now in this current state with your Tesla?
Hell no.
See, I like that.
I don't feel unsafe, but I'll tell you, I am leaving Sentry mode on more often now.
Do you feel unsafe going to certain areas in your Tesla?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Not even a little bit?
No, that's what the Second Amendment's for.
That's okay. With Elon and everything going on, do you think that he should be focused more on Tesla and take back on politics?
I think that question could be asked of Elon at any time throughout the past 20 years. And myself, I would like to see more attention on Tesla in a positive way. However, Elon's going to do what Elon's going to do.
With everything going on with Elon Musk, do you think he should have stayed just focusing on Tesla, SpaceX and stuff, and then not on politics?
I ain't got time to think about that man's business. I'm too busy thinking about myself.
I think he should keep doing what he's doing.
One of the owners has "In Musk We Trust." Proud. Did you PPF this bad boy?
No.
Just make sure your Sentry mode's on.
I've already got one woman in trouble. I immediately got into the car and I checked the dash cam. We got her the first time that she came through and keyed the car. After that, I've kind of just been like, I don't care, key my car.
Did she get caught?
Yeah, she got caught. I think at this point she has like 50 million views on her face.
Most of these tests.
While we were in Austin, Texas, we had a Tesla and somebody keyed the hell out of the side of it, but it wasn't when we had it. But if they had done it when I thought that it had happened, we would have caught them because I definitely reviewed that camera and it does show a very good view. I'm curious as to know if they ever actually did catch who did it or if they caught it when it happened, because I don't think it happened when I had the car.
Tesla owners didn't really care about the protests and they weren't worried at all. But I met someone who had some pretty insightful answers. He does not have a Tesla, but he has an electric car. Do you think it affects you in any way? Would you never get a Tesla? Like, how do you feel about what's going on?
First of all, I don't think that the general public really has anything to do with what's going on in Washington. So for people to boycott Teslas, I mean, I really think it's foolish in my opinion, because you're not hurting the man in that office. You're hurting the guy who's selling the Tesla. You're hurting the guy who paid his money to buy the Tesla and you scratched it. So no, I 100% disagree with that.
Musk, do you think he should take a step down from Tesla and focus more on politics?
I think you do one or the other, because I really feel like it's a conflict of interest to do both. So the man clearly knows how to build a company and make electric cars, but he has very little experience in public service. So either get the experience in public service and do that, or stick to what you know and do that.
In the past, gas cars and EVs used to be enemies. When a truck saw a Tesla, they would previously coal roll them to show off their diesel. However, today, it seems like they're doing the opposite and they're coal rolling Tesla protesters. At the end of the day, this video is all about understanding different perspectives. And while opinions will always vary, especially when politics are involved, what truly matters is the connections we make along the way. Through all the discussions, I found friendships, shared experiences, and was reminded that kindness goes a long way. No matter how chaotic the world feels, we always have the choice to spread positivity and do our best. For me personally, I drive a Tesla because of the technology, the convenience, and it makes my everyday life easier. But let's just keep the good vibes going, baby. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks, guys, so much. Bye-bye. Let's get out of here, bro. This is so scary.
On February 1st, President Trump imposed
Man, people are taking it away.
Today, thousands of Tesla protesters holding a global day of action. 200 protests are planned across the country and 500 demonstrations worldwide. The Tesla takedown, as it's being called, it's a movement. It's a grassroots campaign accusing billionaire chief executive Elon Musk of using his fortune to destroy democracy. Now, they've been expressing their rage for weeks. You've been seeing it, picketing Tesla showrooms and urging Tesla owners to sell their vehicles. Organizers say they won't stop until Musk ends his unprecedented campaign to dismantle parts of the federal government. News Nation's Alicia Nieves live at a Tesla showroom in New York City, where things are expected to heat up a little later today. Alicia, overall, what are you hearing from protesters as we go into this day of protests?
Yeah, good morning, Laura. The protest expected to start here in about an hour, and we'll hear from protesters certainly when that protest gets underway. But, so far, I think organizers are saying, it's your point there a moment ago, that they are willing to bankrupt Tesla and CEO Elon Musk if he does not step down from his role in Doge, if he does not rein it in from slashing the tens of thousands of government jobs that he's slashed since he took office. They say that he needs to be stopped, and that is why we have seen these protests relentlessly over the last couple of weeks. Now, today, we're seeing potentially soon the largest of the protests yet. Roughly 500 protests expected globally, coast to coast here in the U.S., in about 30 states, 270 plus protests. The remaining around the world in countries like France, Germany, even as far as Australia and New Zealand, protesters telling people to stop buying Tesla cars, to dump Tesla stock. And whether cause or not, we have seen Tesla stock sink, right? We've seen that go from about $400 and change to about $200 and change, losing 50% of its valuation, hundreds of billions of dollars. So organizers say today they are really hoping.
Wait, I got to go back. $430. Now it's down to $263. And when over a 3-month performance, it did that in 3 months. I would definitely buy stock because it's even less than that right now. Thought this was today, but Tesla stock right now was like $200 or something like that.
Billions of dollars. So organizers say today they are really hoping, and they have been stressing to protesters, that these protests should remain nonviolent. Although, unfortunately, over the last couple of weeks, some of these protests have turned violent. In fact, here at this location, a few weeks ago when there was a protest here, there was a clash with police and several people arrested. So the protest, again, is supposed to start in about an hour from now. So far, no one here, but police have set a perimeter around here, probably about 24 or so cops ready for anything that happens here. Laura.
All right. We know you'll be covering it for us. News Nation's Alicia Nieves, thank you very much for joining us.
One of the things that always defines the left is how, when it comes to schooling and universities and all of that, they tend to gravitate towards, let's be frank about it, the softer, more sharing and caring subjects like, gender studies and decolonizing Shakespeare. While the right tends to prefer the real world of the hard sciences. This is the sort of thing why engineering schools are so often the last bastion of soundness at many schools. And it also explains this presumably lefty Elon Musk hating road rager type defying all the laws of physics by trying to take on a Tesla, and, well, they just didn't get it. Have a look here. We see the anti-Tesla truck come flying up here. They're going to try and break short on this, make life difficult for the Tesla driver. And then they are off. And, oh, wait for it. They are going to try and make a turn here. They have been harassing the Tesla. And boom! That's going to hurt. Well, I bet they can't wait to file the insurance papers for that one and blame Elon Musk. But, hey, look, that'll just buff out. Anyway, of course, there is more going on than just deranged anti-Elon Musk activists. The American media is, of course, also having its own car crashes. Take a look at this exchange, which happened on CNN a couple of days ago, which I think represents both a masterclass in explaining how the American mainstream media works, flooding the zone with whatever they deem to be the
A driver is caught on camera allegedly harassing a man who was driving a Tesla.
It's just one of several incidents appearing to target the electric car manufactured by Elon Musk.
It is Tuesday night. I'm Gray Hall with Shari Williams. The big story tonight on Action News is a community in Cherry Hill upset over the harassment of Tesla drivers.
There have been at least 3 people who have come forward with complaints. One of them captured the troubling harassment on video. Action News reporter Caroline Goggin now joins us live in Cherry Hill tonight with the story from there. Caroline.
Shari and Gray, both people we spoke with tonight, say they have filed reports here at the Cherry Hill Police Department. They claim that they were both aggressively pursued by the same man because they were driving Teslas at a time when that car is making headlines. Demonstrations like this are taking place at Tesla dealerships nationwide as people protest the Department of Government Efficiency and the head of it, Tesla's CEO Elon Musk. Cherry Hill police say there were no issues during this protest on Saturday, but they are now investigating a Tesla situation that happened later that day.
Honestly, I couldn't believe that it happened here.
This man, who asked to not be identified, says he was driving his Tesla in his Cherry Hill neighborhood Saturday evening when his car's cameras captured a red Acura SUV pass him, make a U-turn, and come back.
He passed us super fast on the left and start test braking us.
Then video shows the driver of the Acura attempt to block the road before driving toward the Tesla.
He pulled over super close to my car and just started screaming the F word towards me and my child.
Is this the same car?
Yes, it is.
It was.
Red Acura SUV, that's him.
Miriam Cherry lives in the same neighborhood. She says she and her family encountered the same man shortly after as they were driving her Tesla.
He was driving on the wrong side of the road and driving very erratically.
She says the man started driving toward them, forcing them to reverse down a street and back up into someone's driveway.
The person driving the red SUV blocked us from pulling out of the driveway, rolled down his window, said, "You know why, right?" and flipped us the middle finger.
That's when Cherry suspected the confrontation was about her car, a purchase she says was about being environmentally friendly, not political. As for her neighbor, he has a message for the driver of this SUV.
Get a life, leave us alone, and keep your own opinion to yourself.
Now, we have confirmed that a third person who lives in that neighborhood who was driving a Tesla on Saturday evening was also confronted by that same man. At this time, Cherry Hill police have not told us whether they've identified that man or if he will face any charges. We are live tonight in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I'm Caroline Goggin for Action News at 10 on PHL 17. Shari.
Okay, all right, we'll keep following it. Caroline, thank you.
I want to know a bit of some specifics on who these communist elites you keep on talking about are. Like, what kind of attributes make someone's part of this communist elite that you complain about so often?
Being a communist and being an elite.
Okay, what makes someone part of this elite?
They could be part of the World Economic Forum like Klaus Schwab. It could be someone that's very wealthy that runs some of the major companies on the planet. I mean,
Okay, so like Elon Musk? Is he one of the elites?
well, he's not communist, but he is an elite.
Okay, so why should we succumb to the whims of these elites as opposed to, you know?
Well,
the
it's a
kind of
good
stuff that we
question,
want?
actually. I think we need better elites, and I think Elon's a great manifestation of that. We're never going to get rid of elites. You see, our country was largely propelled thanks to great elites like Andrew Carnegie and John D. Rockefeller and people like Bernard Baruch in the 1940s or 50s. We're never going to get rid of elites. Elon Musk is the best of this example, using his wealth and his treasure to reinvest back in the country.
I don't know. It just seems like if you're so against the elite, why are you, I don't know, supportive of any elites? Shouldn't we just be against the interests of any of elites?
No, I'm not against the idea of elites. You're always going to have people at the top of something, top of an institution, top of a school, top of a sporting event. The question is, will those people be noble and have duty, courage, and strong ethics? That's always been the question.
So then why are you touting Elon Musk as a good example of
Because
these
he's a
elites?
great example.